I use the example of being nose blind, like from that Febreze commercial, where you're in your genius all day, every day. You don't understand, like you're nose blind to your own genius. So that's the first step. And here's why, right? We get frustrated with where we are. And so we just start losing steam that way. We feel guilt about not achieving at the level that we're used to achieving. So there's that piece, stress, right? The pressure to keep going despite all of the, the energy drain, the mental drain, all of that. But there's that pressure to keep up. Then the loss of identity, right? Because we're not keeping up, we have that loss of identity that we associate with this level of achievement. Then, because we're not achieving, it leads to fear of failure, where we're like, okay, I guess I failed. Or I am failing. So it just leads us down this scale, the energy scale. And the last one is a sense of disconnect, where we feel disconnected from the joy of what we're normally doing day in and day out. And we just feel this disconnect. So, in other words, that's also apathy, and apathy on the levels of energy, it's the lowest. When we feel like we don't want to be there anymore, that's the lowest level of energy you can have. And so with all of these steps, right? The last one, when you're feeling burnt out, is the physical and emotional exhaustion. But no, so if you're feeling mentally, physically drained right now, you've gone through all of these steps already. And it's very important, if you're a high achieving woman, to understand that you've gone through these steps, and that's why it's manifesting in your physical body, and that's why you're feeling burnt out right now. And so I go more into depth inside of the Facebook group, where I have the trainings, and we go into each one of those steps of burnout, and I give you ideas and tips on how to improve on that. And so this is just day one. If you missed it, go ahead and search for the Burnt Out Entrepreneur group, or it's in one of the links in my bio. You can go check that out and join the group, so you're not going to be missing out on the next couple of days. Because I also dived into the identity triangle. Now, what the identity triangle is, how we perceive ourselves is based on, right, how we formed our identity based on how we perceive others, what we think others think about us, and also what we think God thinks about us. And do we measure up, basically? And that's what really impacts our feelings of imposter syndrome, where we feel like we're not measuring up, we feel like we're not good enough, we feel like an imposter. It's because there's some part of the identity triangle that is misaligned. And we're going to be talking about those, the self, how we see ourselves, how we feel others perceive us, and how we feel God thinks about us in the next 3 days. And then I'm going to wrap it all up on day 5 to bring everything home together for you. And if you are in the Facebook group, you will get access to these worksheets. So I gave everyone some journal prompts so that they can work through these feelings and really understand why, right? There's a Bible verse that says, perfect love casts out all fear. And the frustration, the guilt, the stress, loss of identity, fear of failure, the sense of disconnect, they're all based on a fear, or multiple fears that we have. The fear of failure, right? The fear of the loss of identity, losing yourself, and just not feeling it anymore, right? Those are fears that we can have, whether we're entrepreneurs, whether we're feeling burnt out in our careers, or even if you're a stay at home mom, feeling burnt out as a stay at home mom. You know, there is a lot of reasons why we feel burnt out. And so I'm going to be going through those the rest of the week. So if you want to join, go ahead, join the group. It's the Burnt Out Entrepreneur um, on Facebook, and I will see you guys in the group. Okay, I'm so excited for you guys to have day two tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about the how the other's identity is formed, because I do want to talk about self perception, but we really have to understand where our identity has been formed, which is when we were young, right? How others perceive us and that feedback loop that happens. So, without giving out too much away, I'm going to be talking about the others side of the triangle, the identity triangle tomorrow. So, hope to see you guys there. Okay, bye.